Rachel, we are on the trail to Mount Bur-Armistice.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
Is that
And so I
difficult?
sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now? You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
You think he's being played? Is Larsa too naive? Too ideal?
Don't take it the wrong way, okay?
Why is Vaughn the cheerleader kind of guy? You know?
Maybe they're about the same age, and so he knows how. He understands how
This
he
crisis
feels.
would not end were I gone.
There's his daddy.
The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists.
And that's Vayne.
By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Necessity? Ah, yes, necessity. Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
The sword of House Solidor cannot be left to rust in doubt. It was you, Excellency, who tempered that sword.
You made House Solidor the name that it has.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity.
That's the word.
His favorite word.
If we do not act now, it is not only our future, you Impero.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
Whose hands clean?
I was gonna ask. Maybe Larson?
My hands are stained with blood.
It can't be
I see
cleansed.
little reason to stay them now.
You can never go back.
So
Once
they
you
are.
Start
And
doing
so
it.
House Solidor lives on.
What are those things? What do you call
Earring.
that? No, they're attached to the mask, the crown.
Maybe it's still part of the crown.
Like tiny broom things. I don't know what they're called.
Accessories.
You get what I'm saying? It's like tiny
It's
brooms.
all accessories.
Oh, there, a little bit of politics. You're still on the mountain trail to
Boom.
Bur-Armistice. So I change your party to become more balanced.
Okay. In
We-
terms of level?
No, there's a magic user physical. So Ash replaces Balthier for this.
What is this place? Why are there skeletons here?
It's
Did
a
it-
holy
did they-
place.
Die?
Yeah, on the trail because like Everest, right? There's a lot of corpses that you'll find. Some of them
Yeah.
are used as landmarks. In this case, though, they're reanimated.
Wait, there was another path that I missed.
You can always press.
What?
You can always press which button. There you go. So yeah,
So I'm going.
you don't want to go back to Gulmore Jungle. That's where you came from. No, that's
Wait,
not
so
the
I
way.
have to go the other way.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is the one, right? That
Yeah, you have to keep going up the mountain. Are those what are those plants? Are they alive? Or are they frozen?
They're frozen.
When your heart's not open.
No one understands what you're saying.
That's a Madonna song.
Hmm.
Where are we? This is not. Are you here?
We
What-
are.
Where's the snow?
We went above it. And it's not as cold up here? I don't know. I don't understand how
There's a
it
village
happened.
here. Can you not feel it? Your burdens being lifted?
Sure. Is he selling us something?
I think I can do the shopping later. We'll do that off screen.
What if he has a map?
Somebody else would have it. It's not gonna be him. That's to hire a chocobo.
Yep.
There. He sells maps.
Why is that so expensive?
Go ahead, buy it.
I bet that's a very small area. Oh, I bought it already.
No, you bought that first one was a cheap one. That's just a town. Now the Pyramid and Rift is a bigger area. That's why it's more expensive.
Okay, sure. Wanna say it?
Sure. Mount Burr Armistice. How can there be snow in the trail but none on top?
I have no idea.
Doesn't it get
Maybe-
colder the higher you go up? See, there's people
don't
are
know.
nude here. They're not
Maybe
wearing any
it's-
shirts.
Well, they say it's protected by the
I
gods.
guess.
So could that be the explanation?
Is there a commotion there? What's going on ahead? Look, there's a lot of people.
Oh, maybe they're betting on something. Okay, so you can't be rich here, but at least you're safe.
And it's okay not to wear any shirt.
Maybe they're still trying to earn to buy a shirt. That is just true and painful.
What are those creatures? Look at that. What are those, Rachel? Can you
I don't
describe them?
know.
Describe them. They have bird
Like-
feet, right?
Maybe they're used to travel in the snow. They
They're
look
actually
like
birds. They have beaks.
yeah. Well, there's no commotion. It's just a marketplace. That's why there's a lot of people here.
I guess.
Oh, would you eat rats?
What do you in the desert,
Shouldn't
right?
he be sick by now?
No, you cook them. They're fine.
Hmm.
In the desert,
There's a lot of refugees
you have
here.
oasis, right, in the desert where there's water and there's, good resources. In the
Why are they? How do they get enough food? Like food is free here.
there are a
There's
lot of
enough
plants.
food.
Like I was saying, in the desert, you call it an oasis, right? When you find water and trees. What's the equivalent in snowy mountains? Because in snowy mountains, you won't find too much trees, right? But then you find this kind of area, which has a lot of plants and warm weather. What do you call that? What's the oasis equivalent of the mountains?
Not so good with science. With that, with whatever.
Faram indeed.
Are we
The temple.
going to the Senate?
The temple.
place?
No. You're
It's also up in the mountains, right?
Is this the Senate?
I don't know. But do you remember it's also like high above everything. What's that?
Now they're wearing clothes here. It's
What
a
is this
floating
thing?
stone kind of thing. Look, it's glowing.
So like, it's just like that?
So I don't know. I don't
Do I
know what
have to
they are.
keep talking to anyone?
You can talk to random people. You don't have to talk to everyone.
Ugh.
Now everyone is wearing clothes here. This is like a religious city.
Okay, they always say light guide.
Hurry,
Your
push one of
path.
them off the edge.
Nah, you can't.
Would you do that if you're
No.
working here and you would go on a break?
No, why would you?
You know,
What kind of
smoke a
person would do
cigar,
that?
enjoy the movement of the clouds. Just walk to the edge and enjoy the view. That's what I'm saying. Not really push the people.
Nah, I'm afraid of heights. So my knees would be trembling. the closer I get to the edge. Okay, he waits for us? He's
Yep.
waiting for us?
They're waiting for you.
How did they know we're coming? Did they have cameras around here?
They knew Larsa was coming.
Is this a cutscene? It is a cutscene.
Why is Fran and Balthier at the back? This guy is 30 years old.
But he's been through so much stress.
Is he
What's
sleeping?
happening?
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole.
I
Only the
agree.
mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
I agree.
What if dreams are the real world and we are in a...
Anastasis, Your
You
Grace.
know what I'm saying?
I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas,
Enough dilly-dally.
I have dreamt your dream.
So she can see
Who
through the
better
minds
to
of
carry
people?
on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Grand Kiltius, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her
I do
accession
not
to the...
suppose this is something you might reconsider.
Uh-oh. Who's this?
My little emperor-in-waiting. You called and I have come.
Is this a cool guy?
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
That's the other country
I
that
am but one of very, very many.
very powerful.
Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Larsa's assistance.
What can you say about that? Is he a charmer?
Alcide
So
Margrace
lazy.
at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly
So
an
we got three of
honor.
the nations here. You have Dalmasca, Arcades, and Rosaria.
I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
Too cocky.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Alcid. They dream not of war. Should empire join with empire, the way will open for a new Ivalice in our time.
Does that make sense?
Grand Kiltius, you
What is
speak much of
Ivalice?
dreams,
The
but in
world.
the real world, war is upon us.
Grand
Earth.
Kiltius, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the
Yeah, that's why you're
restoration of
here.
Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the resistance would stop cold, and Rosaria's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change.
Uh-oh.
A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Why?
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact, it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more.
Uh-oh.
His life was taken.
Assassinated?
Taken?
Father.
Wasn't he sick? Couldn't they have just waited for him to die?
But somebody killed him.
Well, you remember who was the last person he talked
What
to?
possible cause could we have to lay hand on our emperor?
A deception and an outrage. The Senate will not stand for this.
You think it was Vayne?
No, but it was his...
A viper amongst our
With
senators?
Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own
A
sentence.
viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Grace,
Politics.
you speak too freely.
Zargabath! Do not tell me you join in his mama's farce!
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
So Vayne is gonna assume the role of Templar.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself
the role of
and
Emperor,
my
at
dear
least,
brother
an interim
Larsa.
one.
Surely you would not go so far. Vayne Solidor! As Judge Magister and upholder of the law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vayne did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
Bad move.
You wear the mummer's motley well, Bergen.
So is she gonna get arrested now? What's that move? Cover the face?
She dead?
Such strength. Inhuman.
Is he not human?
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
So you think it's
Is he
Vayne?
not human?
Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
That's
Perhaps you mistook your
Brother.
orders
That's
then.
Bosch's twin.
I can see no other
Yeah.
explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table.
Vayne doesn't
Would you
trust
serve
him.
another master, Hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all.
Is she supposed to execute her?
She has been tried and found guilty.
Your
What?
Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
She seems to be a powerful judge, right?
Yeah, maybe a good
But she
servant.
pointed her sword to Vayne.
Vayne is the worst.
He's now the Emperor. At least, the interim Emperor.
I mean, she served. Right? How could he just, like... I mean, they can dismiss her, strip her of her powers, but not to the extent of kill her.
Maybe treason is punished by death here in Arcades.
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Why is she smiling?
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
Such a waste of life.
You gotta clear out those that are not fully supportive of you, right? You want a unified leadership.
You want them all to be your puppets.
And with that, Gabranth proved his loyalty.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Is Vayne a bad guy? But he had a good speech. He had a good speech. Remember, in the early hours of the game. So we're about
Let
Because
us
he needed-
suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain.
But Vayne.
But we are dealing with Vayne Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, all to tempt the resistance into battle. Vayne wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vayne's name writ bold on history's page.
So it looks like war can't be
Arcadia's
prevented.
banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vayne's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes,
they're
the
already
Imperial
making
First
moves.
Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The second Caravan Expeditionary Force is being
You're
called
too-
in to replace
too
the
late.
missing aid, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
And then
Why is he here?
the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Damascus now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then...
What's the greater power?
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
To wield power
You woke up.
against power. Truly, the words of a human child.
Fight fire with
I am
fire.
descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
The other shard?
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramana Rift to the still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Grand Kiltius of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite.
Well, what about
Why
Alcid?
he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Ashelia Benagan and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream.
Alright, that's your next mission. Is Larcher shocked from his father's death still?
It's too much for him to
My
take in.
dream too fades into day.
I mean, his father's dead. His brother is actually not.
Well, he's the emperor now. Isn't he happy? Aren't congratulations in order?
No.
What about Alcid? What's he gonna do now?
Maybe we can bring him into our party.
You like Alcid? Is he a cool guy?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the girl? Is that like his secretary?
Yeah, personal assistant, I guess.
The one who has to take care of his glasses?
And then I think she was also the one doing the report. So
Sure. You know, the dirty work, the clerical work, the hard work. He just gets to announce it.
Because he's the one with power. He's the one people look up to.
He's
That's
the one
why.
with charisma.
That's true.
No matter how good you are, if you don't have charisma, you can't speak in public.
You can, but
You can't be a CEO of a big company and make presentations, right?
I mean, you can, but no one will buy into it.
That's right. That's why you can't do it. It's gonna be bad for the company.
Wait, where should I be?
You have to go back now down into the Paramana Rift. Go back down to the Snowy Mountain.
So not where I'm. Well, it looks like it's all the same.
You have to go back where we started
Okay.
this episode.
But I remember there was a save point somewhere here.
Yeah, keep going down. You'll find it.
It's not here yet.
It's near the entrance to this place. This is like the market that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and
Go ahead, one more screen.
it's a rough road.
There are no cars here.
It's a rough road. The other one is concrete.
The other one is a real holy town. Mount Bar-Amasis. Let's just go to the Paramana Rift and see if there's going to be a cutscene. So did Vayne did a good job? Did he do a good job of ascending to power?
Yeah. At first you thought he was about to be dismissed.
Alright, let's go back to town. But
It's
instead,
just a lot of enemies.
he's now making a move against Rosaria.
Yep,
And war.
he's about to conquer.
War is
and
about to
become
begin.
The leader.
We'll see if he will be successful next time.
In Final Fantasy 12.